It just really wasn't working. I feel like I kind of cursed it with that store, and that's happened in the space of a week, so I love that for me. I would be so scared that there's going to be like some form of like leftover poo there or something. Oh. Hello, so today you joined me in my car with a coffee. I was going to drive to like Costa or like Starbucks drive-thru or something, but then I just thought I don't need to, like, that's money wasted. I've got my coffee machine, so I've got a little Nespresso Stormio with some My Protein toffee drops, and I'm just gonna sit in my car, catch you up on my life and answer some questions which I asked for on my Instagram. Straight off the bat, yes, I have had filler put back in my lip. It's still swollen, so nobody panic. I know it looks a little bit like weird right now, but it's still not doing that thing. So you know how like before I got my filler dissolved, when I had filler and it was like all like up there and it was like lumpy all up there. There's no filler up there, it is all in my lips, so praise Jesus. But if the swelling doesn't go down that much, honestly probably going to get it dissolved again. We love an indecisive queen. What do you see yourself doing career wise after uni? Honestly, my coaching is going really well. I would love to continue with that. I also really just would love to have my own form of product at some point, and I don't even know if that would be something fitness related. I feel like the market is like super saturated with like bands and pads, and like I just don't think there's much point adding another pad or another band into that. But I would like to have my own product, probably not fitness related. I would love to have like a company, like I would love to do swimwear. Like realistically, I would really love to do swimwear, and I would love for it to be a company that stands on its own, and like not, I don't really have like a big name to like hype it up anyway, but I would love, if my following was to grow, for it to be a company that stands alone and it's known for good quality, and it's not just, oh, that's so-and-so's brand. Like I would want it to be like brand in and of itself, if that makes sense. Any personal finance tips to share that you've learned since starting your business? Don't spend everything that you earn. You are going to have to pay tax. I'm not speaking from experience on that. I've actually been really good with spending barely anything that I earn, because I know Boris is coming for me when it's tax season. So I've actually I'm in the midst of like sorting out an accountant to sort all that stuff out. So yeah, keep a log of everything that you earn, and also keep a log of everything that you spend. See anything that you could put down as like a business expense, and I'm not talking like stupid shit. Like there is genuinely some stuff that will be a business expense. Like for me, I pay for the app that I use for my clients every month, so that is obviously a business expense. So yeah, keep a log of everything that you earn, receipts, payments, everything like that. And for me personally, a massive thing is, just because you're earning more, it doesn't mean that you need to spend more. Now I know that this will not apply to everyone, because there are some people who are literally living on the breadline, like they can barely afford their life currently on their wage. So obviously if they get like a pay rise, they're going to spend more to be able to actually afford life and enjoy themselves. That's not what I'm speaking about here. I'm speaking about the people who are currently, and obviously you can actually do what you want. Like you don't need to listen to this, like money is such a personal thing. Like you can do what you want. I'm not going to preach, but my advice would be, if you are on a wage currently where you can live really comfortably off that, and you can do nice things and have fun, if your wage is to increase, don't necessarily increase your expenses to match the pay rise that you've got, or the more money that you've got coming in, just because then you will literally just be saving the same amount as you were before. And like if you're younger like me and you want to save for a house, I just think that's a really useful tip. But you don't have to do that, obviously. I'm not a financial advisor. Your experience, if at all, with toxic friendships. Now one thing I want to say before I answer this is, we are all very quick to say we've had a toxic friend here, a toxic friend there, and I think sometimes you have to realise that like perspective is everything, and everyone has such a different perspective on life. And I would bet money on the fact that you have probably been that person to someone else, you're just not aware of it. There's certain friendships I've had where they do, sorry if you can hear that, it's raining outside. Certain friendships I've had where they do things and I don't think they notice that everyone else is noticing the things that they're doing, but slyly everyone's like, that's a little bit strange, that's a little bit weird, it's a little bit strange. A lot of people complain about toxic friendships, but then they still stay friends with them. You do not have to be friends with people. It is not by force that you are friends with people. I completely understand if that is going to put you in a really uncomfortable situation. For example, if you're still at school, it's incredibly hard to get out of those situations, because the toxic person tends to be the person that is like the gripping point, like the glue in a group. And so in falling out with that person, it's so stupid, but like school mentality, like you also risk like losing all the other friends around it. But yeah, my closest friends I can count on one hand. I think Kennedy, yeah, 5 people that I can count on one hand that are like my close friends. I would trust them with life. If someone's not a very nice friend, you don't have to be friends with them. I've had friendship breakups and they're not nice. They're very difficult, especially if you've been friends with that person for a very long time. But sometimes it's not necessarily that they're an awful person or that you're an awful person. It's just that when you come together, you bring out the worst in each other, or you bring out the worst in the other person, or they bring out the worst in you. Sometimes that is the situation, and it's not that either person is an individually bad person, it's just that together it doesn't work. And I've definitely had friendships like that, and those friendships are no more. And I also feel like, I saw a tweet about this the other day, so I'm going to try and remember how it was worded, but it basically said like, because of social media and stuff now, and everyone wants like everything instantly, and everyone seems to be doing really well at such a young age. Like, I'm only 21, like realistically I'm still a baby. Like, I don't need to be feeling like any pressure to be doing crazy, exciting, amazing things right now, but everyone does because of social media. Well, not everyone, but some people do because of social media. And then what can happen with some friendships is that, and I've seen this happen firsthand, is that people just get very jealous, very competitive, very like constantly like one-uppery within their own friendship circle, and I just find that weird. Also really sad to see, because I feel like people who are like that, there's something like internal going on. Like, a jealous friend is not a friend, do you know what I mean? But yeah, I've definitely had my experience with toxic friendships, but I'm just not friends with those people anymore. Do you deep down like all the attention you receive from guys/girls? I think people think I get a lot more attention than I actually do, but then also some of my friends say that I'm just like really like oblivious to it, but I actually don't think I really get that much attention. I've never really liked, I mean, I'm saying this whilst I'm fucking like, I've got like a social media platform, that have a YouTube channel that is centered around myself, but like I feel like in a public situation, being the center of attention is my actual worst nightmare. I do not like that one bit. Like, public speaking, stuff like that, I literally can't do it. I hate being the center of attention. I really don't like it. I feel like people are constantly saying like, don't listen to the negativity, but I also feel like it's important to appreciate positive comments, but don't let the positive comments get to you too much either, if that makes sense. I feel like that's how you end up just becoming like incredibly unbearable as a person, and I don't want that to happen to me. So, have you ever eaten a guy's bum? No, I haven't, and I don't think I ever will. I would be, I don't know if this is too much information, I would be so scared that there's going to be like some form of like leftover poo there or something like that. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. It's just not for me. What is your biggest turn off in a person? Biggest turn off by a country mile is jealousy. I cannot stand jealousy. I can't stand it in friends, and I can't stand it in partners. I know that some people really like it because it makes them feel like, oh, this person like really cares about me, and like some people find it really flattering. I have been in relationships, seen people where I've had the other person jealous, or I've been the jealous person, and I know that in a lot of cases, I can't speak for everyone because I'm not in everyone's head, in a lot of cases that stems from insecurities, and it causes huge problems down the line. Like, I have been that annoying, incredibly jealous, insecure person and I've also had people behave that way towards me. You know, I've had people try to give me like ultimatums between like my actual friends and the person that I'm seeing, or like my boyfriend or whatever, and I just think I wouldn't necessarily choose the other person over you, but like in choosing the other person I am choosing my freedom and my right to be friends with and to speak to whoever I want to speak to, and that is something that I will always choose over any human. So don't go throwing the ultimatums around. So yeah, jealousy is biggest turn off in the world. I really don't like it. One thing in your life you wish you could change? Probably where I live. I would like to live somewhere hotter. I am really affected by like the changes in the seasons. Like it really does take quite a toll on me. It's really bizarre, to be honest. I don't really completely understand why. So yeah, one thing I would change would be to live somewhere hotter, but like not move somewhere hotter because all my family are here. So I just kind of wish that like I'd always lived somewhere hotter, if that makes sense, because I'm such like a homesick kind of person. Like I really do get homesick, and I just feel like I would not be able to move to a hot country now without taking my entire family with me, which they wouldn't want to do because they've all got actual jobs and things to do at home. So yeah, that would probably be one thing I would change. What's something you've pretended to like but actually can't stand? Oh my god, I'm trying to think. I can think actually. When I first went to uni, I went through a phase of like I tried really hard to like techno music, and I mean I acted it pretty well. I pretended to really enjoy it, but I can't stand it. I really don't like it. I don't get it. Like, I think that's quite clear now. Like I don't go to like techie events and stuff anymore because I'm just like, it's pointless. Like I really don't enjoy it. I don't like it. I'm an R&B gal through and through. There's nothing we can do to change it. Describe what your crush looks like. Well, my crush currently has a love heart in his hairline, and he's bringing out new music in January 2021. It's Drake. That's my crush. That's what he looks like. Everyone knows what Drake looks like. What's a big unpopular opinion I have? Oh, I don't like Friends. I don't get it. I don't find it funny. That's really gonna rattle feathers because people really do have a strong connection with Friends, but I never watched it growing up, and I feel like if you didn't watch it growing up, it's really probably like harder to like understand or like get into. Like I don't have like the nostalgia for it, and I've tried to watch it and I really don't find it funny. Does aubergine size matter to you? I guess by that they mean like penis size. Not really. To a certain extent, yes, but other than that, no, I don't really care. Someone's put, you're a pick-me girl. It's not a question, oh my god. I think someone thinks I'm doing an assumptions video, which I kind of do. I kind of want to do like a questions I've been avoiding video, so if you want that, then let me know. But no, I'm not a pick-me girl. I'm really not asked about boys. So no, I'm not a pick-me girl. Well, I don't think I am anyway. I don't tend to put other women down to get like male validation. And I'm just not really, my stance in life is if someone's doing something and it's not harmful to themselves or anyone else, I don't really care. Personally, I don't really care. And I just don't really care about men. So, well, I do, like I care about like the men in my life, but like other than that, I'm not really bothered about like male attention. So no, I wouldn't say that's true, even though this isn't an assumptions video. Here's my dad. What's he doing? Hi.
Engine.
Alright. And then someone's asked, so do you have a boyfriend or not? I think this is because I put a story on the other day. I did like a Q&A and someone said he's single, and I was like, yeah, but no, but maybe, but yes, but no. So I was basically saying yes, but also no. So the situation was, I was seeing someone. So I never had a boyfriend. I was just seeing someone, but we're actually not seeing each other anymore. It just really wasn't working. I feel like I kind of cursed it with that story because since then it's just been like the week from hell. Yeah, it just really wasn't working, and we're quite different people, and I didn't realise like just how different we were. So that's over, that's finished, and I'm single. And that's happened in the space of a week, so I love that for me. I'm gonna answer one more question which someone left on this YouTube post that I did. Has your attitude changed since you're blowing up now? First of all, I'm not blowing up. I feel like my growth is just painfully slow, but we move. Or has your income increased? The car, the purse, definitely expensive. I also have an Audi, but it's 2016 and I love it. My income has definitely increased because prior to starting my coaching, the only income I had was YouTube, and YouTube payments have been anywhere between £60 and a couple of £100 over the past like year, because I've had my ads on since September. That was when I hit like the threshold to get like ads on my videos and stuff. So my income has like increased a lot from that. But as my income has increased, obviously I got my car, which is like 200 and something pounds a month, and I can cover that comfortably. And the purse was like a one-off like treat purchase, and I really don't want to get into the habit of buying things like that, because materialistic stuff, like at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it was nice to buy the bag, but like it didn't make me feel any different. I wasn't expecting it to make me feel any different, so I'm not really bothered, but like it didn't make me feel like, wow, what a milestone, what an achievement. But yeah, my income has definitely increased since like the start of this year, but I wouldn't say my attitude has changed at all. If anything, I would say my attitude towards life has really gone the other way, especially since over the past month. So I'm gonna really try not to cry, but my gran passed away a couple of weeks ago, and I don't know, like, I've never been like a materialistic person. Let me set the record straight on that. I've never been a materialistic person, but I definitely was like, oh, I want like a really nice car, and like I want like nice shoes and nice clothes and like a nice bag, which like I got the bag, I got the car, I can afford to buy like however many, well, not however many clothes I want to buy, like there is a fucking limit, I'm not a bloody millionaire, but like I can afford to, you know, live a comfortable life and treat myself when I want to treat myself within reason. I don't probably earn as much as people think I would earn. I would say like a year ago I was like, I want like this, and I want like a really nice car, and like I want to live in like a massive house, and I want to have all these clothes and all these bags and all these shoes. And like, don't get me wrong, like don't come for me if you see me buying like expensive stuff or like another bag or like some trainers. Like I am still going to treat myself to things, but I, over the past month in particular, have just become so uninterested in materialistic stuff. I feel like the more success, shall we say, the more my life has like improved from like a financial perspective, the less bothered I have become about money. And with my gran passing away, the one thing that felt like a huge chapter like of my life like coming to an end. Like I know that some people will probably think like I'm being really dramatic, because like grandparents are old, like you know they're not going to be here forever, like you know that like she was like 90 something, like you know that like they're gonna die. But like me and my sister were really lucky to be really close with my grandparents, like really close, and they were so like incredibly generous. Like they would never let you go without anything. And my mum's like that. My dad's a little bit tighter with money, which is why I feel like I've kind of had like the very good upbringing, in the sense that like you know, my mum and dad have been very kind to me. Like my grandparents have been very kind to me and very generous towards me, but they've also instilled in me the value of money, the value of working, work ethic and stuff like that. Like, so I would say before, my attitude towards like money, or like my attitude towards life, was a very like me self-centered approach. And over the past few months I've kind of moved away from that. I feel like the more success I've got, the more generous I've become, which kind of makes sense because you have the room to be more generous. But that is, I feel like I've learned that like that is what brings me joy from having more money. Like from having more money, I'm going on like I'm a bloody millionaire. I'm not a millionaire, but from having like a decent wage that I can live comfortably on, and also afford to like treat like my friends and stuff like that. That is what makes me happy. Sorry, I've literally just had to pick the camera up because that lighting was really doing my head in. But my point is, yeah, since my gran passed away, and also just over the past couple of months in general, but I would definitely say my gran passing away has really like sped it up. Like, I've just realised that like materialistic things in life are not important, and the more success, so to speak, that I've gained, the more I've really realised that. And the things that make me happy, spending time with family and friends, being able to treat people, and that is something that having that little bit more money, that expendable income, allows me to do, and that's what's important to me, really. So yeah, my attitude has changed since blowing up / becoming more successful. I've really not blown up at all. Like, I don't really understand why anyone would think I've like blown up, but my attitude has changed, but in my opinion for the better. Some people will probably disagree with that, but yeah, I just feel like I've become less self-centered and a little bit more selfless and a little bit less selfish, and a little bit less materialistic. So yeah, that's the last question I'm going to answer because I've been talking for like 40 minutes now, and I need to find time to edit this video in between uni and actual like the full-time job that is online coaching. So I'm going to leave this video here. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you want and you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.